Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be opening my third Spider-Man Play Booster box. Like usual, any card that's over $2 will show up on screen. There aren't many rares that are over $2, but there are a few. Still hoping to pull a Soul Stone. Let's see. The other good mythics would be Gwenom and Gwen Stacy. They're both really good. I personally would like to get an Imposter Syndrome, which is the card with the two Spider-Men pointing at each other meme. So I'd love to get that card. Let's see what else. Let's see. I still have yet to pull a Green Goblin / Norman Osborn, so hopefully I can get one of those. But yeah, so really hoping to pull a Soul Stone because it is still the best card in the set and will probably always be the best card in the set. So let's get into it. There are no commons or uncommons that are really worth much of anything, so Chameleon's a pretty cool uncommon though. We got Vulture, also a cool uncommon. For villain decks, we got Wisecrack. We got a rare Jackal, Genius Geneticist, pretty cool card. Secret Identity and foil. I was gonna say with this food token, since we have hot dogs in Magic now, they just revealed that the other Universes Beyond set that we're getting next year is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so pretty excited for that. Wasn't the biggest fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I like the ninjutsu mechanic, and they've already showed off that they have one that's kind of like ninjutsu, but it actually counts as casting the card, so seems pretty cool. So I'm excited for that set, but I'm excited for most of the sets that come out next year. There we go. We got our first mythic. We got Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer. I think this is the second or third best mythic in the set, excluding special artworks. And we already, some of the stuff that they've showed off, there's definitely a lot to do with pizza. They have pizza full art basic lands, which are pretty cool. And then some other, they have a bundle that's like a pizza box bundle that comes with cards with pizza like artwork on them, so definitely interesting. So we got Hydro Man, Fluid Felon, it's a rare. Then we got Agent Venom, another rare, another card that I think is pretty cool. Orless Forest. So I guess in Magic now we'll have both hot dogs and pizza in Magic. So we've only showed off a few cards from that set, and they seem okay at best. But they haven't really shown off anything. What else was I gonna say? They are doing in that the same thing. They have like source material, a bonus sheet. Got another mythic. We got Mr. Negative. Okay, mythic. I like the mythic because you can do some pretty cool stuff with them. So, yeah, they have another bonus sheet on there, like in the Spider-Man set, to where it's 20 different cards, but they've actually made them rarer to get in play boosters. They made them about 1 in every 28 play boosters, so definitely probably only going to get about 1 of those per play booster box, which is what you usually get on the Spider-Man one too. So we got Silk, Web Weaver, pretty cool card that helps when you cast creature spells. allowing you to make 1/1 tokens, and then has an ability that can anthem all your creatures and give them vigilance. So. Spider UK, Shriek, Costume Closet. We got Villainous Wrath, pretty cool board wipe. And we got Maximum Carnage, Bagel. I guess we also have bagels as well in Magic, so. Flash, Thompson. You got pictures of Spider-Man, Spots Portal. We got a mythic. We got our bonus sheet card, which probably be the only one in the box. We got Terminate. Okay, one. We got Sandman, Shifting Scoundrel, so rare. Then we got Eddie Brock. There's another mythic. Also a decent mythic. Not as good as Anti-Venom, but I'll flip that over. Pretty cool mythic. We got Venom, Lethal Protector on the back. The best bonus sheet card that you can get in this set is Opposition Agent, which I have managed to pull two. One in my collector box and one in my first play booster box. So got Kraven's Last Hunt as our rare. Borderless Plains. Don't know how I feel about with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comes out in March, and then immediately the next month we have the Strixhaven set come out. So it's just a lot of Magic sets coming out really close together. So there we go. We got another pretty good mythic. We got Gwen Stacy. I think like the second or third best mythic of the set, which flips over to Ghost Spider. She has it to where when she enters, you exile the top card of your library. You may play that card as long as you control Gwen, and even if you have her flipped over, it still counts, so you can still play those cards. And then you transform her for 5, and then she has Flying, Vigilance, Haste, and whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you put a +1/+1 counter on her. And then you remove 2 counters from her and exile the top card of your library, and you can play that that turn that you activate that ability. So pretty cool. So we have gotten 4 mythics in our bonus sheet card. I have seen a box get opened that had no mythics, so luckily we don't have one of those boxes. Also seen one that had 7 mythics in it. My last box had 6 main set mythics and 1 bonus sheet mythic. So we got Spider, piloted by Penny in the scene art. Got rare. We got Kraven the Hunter. So yeah, just those 2 sets coming out 1 month apart is a bit much, in my opinion. I wish they spaced that out a little bit better. First, I thought that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set was just going to be like a commander set, but nope, they're making it a full set. So yeah, we got Strength of Will. Then we got Spider-Man 2099 in the scene art. See, it's a decent rare. Put it up top. Not a crazy valuable one, but it is an okay rare. You can't cast him on your first 3 turns. And then he has double strike vigilance, and then Beginning of your end step, if you played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So definitely a pretty neat build around card that works pretty well with Gwen Stacy. So pretty cool. We got Radioactive Spider, another pretty cool rare that allows you to sacrifice it and tutor up any spider hero in your deck. Got a Borderless Island. Yeah, and then in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, they also have it to where in every play booster pack you open, you're guaranteed to get a Ninja Turtle. So definitely interesting, and I'm definitely interested to know how many Ninja Turtles they're gonna have, or if it's just gonna be a whole bunch of duplication of the same Ninja Turtles. So we got Lady Octopus, Inspired Inventor. Then we got a Interdimensional Web Watch, the foil rare. It's another cool card that allows you that taps to add mana so that you can spend it to cast spells from exile. So another card that works well with both Spider-Man 2099 and Gwen Stacy. So and a bunch of cards that work pretty well together. So that's pretty cool. Because I did say that I wanted to make a spider hero deck and a villains deck. So that's kind of why I bought as many play booster boxes as I did, because I know this set's not very valuable. We got the Urban Retreat, pretty cool land that you can actually get an extra land drop for the turn if you use it, essentially allowing you to web swing the land into play. And this is a Triome, so well, not exactly, but it does tap for 3 different colors of mana. So you can essentially web swinging. You can return a tapped creature from the battlefield to your hand, and then put whatever the other thing is into play for its web swing cost. So, and it doesn't follow ruling, I don't think. We got Rent is Due. No, that's a card that a lot of people probably don't like to see in Magic. Bring in too much real world stuff into a fantasy world. About halfway through the box, and it's hard to say that any box is really good, because I know that a lot of these cards are not worth a lot, so it won't total up to much. But we got Black Cat, Cunning Thief, and the Hot Dog Cart. Because, yeah, this set is not a very good set to open financially. Definitely don't want to open a lot of this to try to make your money back, because the best card in the set you can get from collector boxes, and they are very rare. The Soul Stone and its Cosmic Foil. We got another decent rare. We got Spider Punk, this time in the default art. I think that might be the first time I've seen him in the default art, because I almost always pull him in the borderless like web sling art. So I know I always forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? We got Friendly Neighborhood. We got Oscorp Industries. So we got both of the Tri-lands. That's pretty cool. That one allows you to cast for your from your graveyard as a Mayhem cost. So Mayhem is an ability that makes it to where if you discarded a card that turn, then you can play it for its Mayhem cost from the graveyard. So pretty cool ability. But ruling still exists on that, so you can't have Oscorp be an extra land drop unlike the Urban Retreat. We got Kraven's Last Hunt and the really cool comic book art. Oh yeah, the Cosmic Foil Infinity Stone which is so rare. Wizards didn't even put up a percentage chance of getting that card, but I think the cheapest I've seen one get sold on TCG Player for was like $35,000. So that card is definitely crazy expensive. We got Carnage, Crimson Chaos. Not too sure if the default one is worth more than $2, but I know the comic book art is. But yeah, so that version of the Soulstone is very expensive. Then there's another version that's the borderless version with Thanos on it, which is also, card is also like, what? I don't even know, $1,500. So then they have a bunch of cool costume change Spider-Man cards. Got Ultimate Green Goblin, another card that I think is pretty cool. Has it to where at the beginning of your upkeep you have to discard a card and then you create a treasure token unless you don't have any cards to discard. There we go. And it's got Mayhem too, so this time we got a foil mythic. We got a foil Gwen Stacy, so pretty good mythic to see in foil. Pretty cool. That's 2 Gwen Stacy's in this box. That's definitely some good duplication that I'd like to see. Not like some of the duplication, but so we have gotten 5 mythics so far and terminate from the bonus sheet. We got Craven, Proud Predator, uncommon, Spider Slayer, Rhino. We got Rent is Due again. Not more rent. Damage Control Crew, Scorpion, Chameleon. Then we got Moreland, Devourer of Spiders. Another mythic. We got another Eddie Brock. So that's seeing a lot of duplication in the mythics, but I'm not going to complain because Eddie's a pretty cool one. So it's the second Eddie of this box, and I think I've gotten 3 Eddies now, and I think 3 Gwens. Yeah. Okay. Love to see that kind of duplication if they were Soulstones, but oh well. Still have yet to pull one, but gotten a bunch of duplicate mythics, which I wasn't really expecting. We got Aunt May, Spider Bite, Costume Closet again. Got rare. We got Electro, Salting Battery, another okay rare. Definitely not worth a lot, but another cool rare. We got Interdimensional Web Watch again. Borderless Mountain. Let's see, the last set that's coming out this year is Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I'm definitely excited for because that was one of my favorite TV shows when I was growing up. So definitely excited to open that set. Bunch of cool cards because at the pre-release I plan on choosing, because this pre-release is going to be like the Tarkir Dragonstorm one, to where there's the different plans that you could choose from. So we got the Clone Saga as our rare, then we got Arachne, Psionic Weaver, then we got Superior Spider-Man in foil. Pretty cool card. That's seen some play. You can have it enter as a copy of any creature card in your graveyard except its name is Superior Spider-Man, and is a 4/4 spider human hero. And when you do, you exile the card that you choose. So I'm going to put that up top because it is a decent one. But that card can be comboed with, I think, Bringer Gifts, something from God, what's that site called? The Lost Caverns of Ixalan set that can combo with one of those cards that allows you to bring back, that sacrifices all creatures in play. Everybody has to sacrifice all creatures in play, and then all creature cards that are in graveyards that weren't put there from that card all get returned to the battlefield. We got another bonus sheet card. We got an Unexpected Windfall. The artwork is definitely pretty funny, in my opinion. A lot of the artwork on these cards is pretty great. So, yeah, I'll take that. 2 bonus sheet cards. Neither of them are crazy expensive, but they are pretty cool. We got Craven the Hunter as our rare. Borderless Swamp. So yeah, that card's seeing some play with that, which is really good because not only can you copy the creature, so you have it as a 4/4, but because it enters the battlefield along with that trigger as well, you also get the 6/6 version as well. So, and since it's not cast, then it doesn't have its ability go off. So we got rocket powered Goblin Glider, and we got a foil Web Warriors from the scene. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you get a 4/4 version of it. Because it's cast, everything gets sacrificed, and then you get its 6/6 version that enters as well from the ability of the Superior Spider-Man. So definitely a card that can turn the game around as long as you've milled a bunch of creatures into your graveyard. So got another mythic. We got Behold the Sinister Six. Not one of the best mythics you could get, but still pretty cool mythic, allowing you to return up to 6 target creature cards from your graveyard with different names to the battlefield. So pretty cool. Yeah, we did get 2 bonus sheet cards in this box, which you get only about 1 in every 24 packs, so that's pretty cool. We got 2 in this box. Like I said, neither of which crazy valuable, but they are cool. We got Origin of Spider-Man, another one of the sagas. We got our last pack here. Got Secret Identity. Got the Living Brain. Got Spider again. Another mythic. There we go. We got Norman Osborn as a final mythic of the box. That's really cool. So we got, he can't be blocked, and he's just a 2-mana 1/1. And then whenever he deals combat damage to a player, he connives, which to connive, you draw a card and then you discard a card, and if it's a non-land card, it gets +1/+1 counter onto the creature. Then you can transform them or just cast them for the Green Goblin, and Green Goblin's pretty cool. It's got Flying Menace, 3/3, with spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast, and each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem, and the Mayhem cost is equal to the mana cost, so gives all your cards Mayhem, and yeah, so, and they all cost 2 generic less, so, and the +1/+1 counters that you get from conniving will transfer over to his backside, so that's another pretty good mythic. Wish I got some duplication on that one, but yeah, so I'd say this is probably the best box I've opened so far. Still no Soulstone, which I have 3 more Play Booster boxes to try to get one. Wouldn't surprise me if I don't get a single Soulstone, but it is what it is. So we got, what, 8 mythics in this box? Granted, we did get 2 Eddies and 2 Gwens, so Gwen is a pretty good card, so I'm not going to complain about that, and Eddie is a pretty cool card as well. We did also get Norman, so I think at this point I've pulled every single card that is the double-sided mythic, because I have 1 Miles I pulled in my first Play Booster box, and I've pulled a Peter Parker, as well as I've also got the classic comic book Peter Parker, so yeah. So and this is I think I have 3 Gwen Stacy's now and 3 Eddie Brocks, and this is my first Norman, so pretty excited for that. Then my second Anti-Venom also. So got quite a few good mythics this time. So, and then there were 2 bonus sheet cards, which is pretty rare. You usually only get about 1 per box, and then only about 4 decent rares. Like I said, there are not many decent rares in this set. The best 2 are Spider-Punk and the Multiversal Passage. So yeah, so in terms of this box, it was pretty good. I mean, in terms of value, not the best, like I said, because I spent a whole lot more money on this box than what most of them will ever be worth. So, but I don't really care, because like I said, I just bought 6 play booster boxes of this just so I could get the cards. I know it'd be a lot cheaper if I just bought the single cards that I wanted, but I prefer opening, and then I get to share these videos with you guys. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. But other than that, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.